I'm Nick Dimmock, and today we're in the north of England investigating a potential waste site that we're going to use for installation of the first WCP, which is a waste carbonisation plant. Essentially, it takes in unsorted waste, like the sort of unsorted waste you've got there, and it carbonises it. It's a two-chamber unit, and it turns this into biocoal, biochar, bio-oil and mineral recyclables.
A site like this, an industrial site rather than a landfill site, is that we will, because this has been used for waste in the past, we expect to get environmental approvals fairly quickly. So the name of the game with this is to fast track it. And by selecting a site like this, we can fast track.
The site's gone through a selection process, so yeah, this is going to be our first project in the UK.
Brilliant.
Hopefully one of several more to come.
They get RDF from the waste transfer station or municipal waste directly into the plant. We produce the biochar, then they produce the electricity.
Right, biochar, biocoal, bio-oil, mineral recyclables. We sell them the coal, they produce the electricity, connection point over there.
Exactly. So we'll be generating about 1.7 megawatts an hour into that plant.
Yeah, I've been involved in waste since about 2000, so working for various companies, small and large, some of the national blue chips, developing plants, working with material supply, making sure that we can get the right material for the right projects.
We want pilot schemes to get the proof of concept of zero toxic emissions. Once we have that, we can then start moving into landfill reclamation, and that's our objective long term.
There are 1,500 landfills around the United Kingdom, some of them up to 300 hectares, average maybe around 50 hectares.
Yeah.
You think the WCPs, the waste carbonisation plants, can chew through that?
Certainly the technology is suitable for processing landfill sites. I suspect that it's probably more aligned with the smaller sites where they might be in more densely populated areas, that once the sites are cleaned up and the materials reprocessed, that could then release the land back for future redevelopments, which is obviously a bonus given the pressures on greenfield land at the moment.
40 years in the oil and gas industry. We had 90 people working for my company in Australia, and I think for the size of our company, we did extremely well by getting $2 billion worth of contracts.
Yeah.
And then I started looking at renewable energy about 5 or 6 years ago, and came across this opportunity for waste carbonisation, converting waste into energy. The plant itself and the technology appealed to me.
This is all pretty impressive. When did you pivot deeply into the green scene?
Around 2003, we thought that we would start looking at what was then growing, the whole green space, environmental technologies for the chemical manufacturing industry. And given our background, we've always been working with organisations that were in the forefront of making sure that their processes were as green as possible. 2007, we set up an office at Lancaster University.
Yes.
And from there it's grown into now developing the technologies that we have. And I think that helps us as a consultancy to help others with developing their technologies as well.
We've got 3 service groups. We've got technology and innovation group, we've got projects group, and we've got a consultancy group. Our T&I group are focused on our research and development, the development of low carbon technologies, all clean, green, environmental technology. Our consultancy group provide low carbon compliance services around advisory, everything to do with health, safety and environment. And our projects group provide multidisciplinary engineering services, everything through from concept, design, feed studies, detailed design, and delivery of a full turnkey project.
What we're going to do is essentially act as their owner's engineer. So at the start of the process is validating the technologies that make sure that they are compliant with UK legislation. But then as the plant gets built, we'll take on the role of the engineering, procurement and construction manager.
We're not only getting rid of some unwanted waste, cleaning up the site, we're also creating opportunities for the community to live in better conditions.
A lot of my career I've spent landfilling sites and filling holes, so the opportunity to recycle some land and remove some waste from landfill is certainly something that piqued my interest. Obviously linked with that, we've got the chance to use technology, which is new to the UK, to align both those things together.
So if we're actually benefiting the community by getting rid of landfill, I'd expect that they would embrace the opportunity to clean up the area. Confident that once we get the proof of concept, this project will move quite rapidly. We'll be able to expand rapidly, not just nationally in the UK, back in Australia and globally.